Hey everybody, it's Andy, aka Max Writer. We're back with another live stream. Let me try to turn this down a little bit more. Ooh, there, that's real subtle. It's too subtle. That's not at all. I wish I could set numbers. I've complained about this before. Hey, welcome back. Let me make sure that I can actually be heard. Yeah, and I'm paranoid about that now since I went on muted one time. Today we are going to be playing the Call of Cthulhu one-shot. Hey! Hey, Raven Shadows. Welcome to the stream. We'll be playing from this. Bayt al Azif magazine number 1. This issue 1 came out in 2018, October 2018. And it's filled with all kinds of really neat stuff, including an 8th century scenario, information about Arkham Unveiled, a modern scenario, clerical cosmic horror, brief era of Cthulhu mythos as Dungeons & Dragons Pantheon. Oh, yeah. Talk about Escape from Innsmouth, then Overdue, the solo scenario, some stuff about going, like character creation, a couple interviews, random tables for chases. Ooh, I need to look at that, actually, for another thing. And a 1968 scenario. So this thing's full of all kinds of great stuff, including Overdue, a solo scenario by Jared Smith. Now, this is only 6 pages long, so there's a good chance that it's not going to actually fill this 2-hour time slot, but that's fine. You're welcome, Raven. So what we're going to do is, although I've looked at the very introduction to this thing and kind of checked it out, it doesn't really say if it's 20s or if it's present day, which is fine. We're going to assume 20s for the moment unless something comes up that indicates present day. I'm talking with my hands again. Sorry. But the only other thing that it says to really do and really have ready is your sanity. Your sanity is 50 in this scenario. I don't believe that there's no pre-generated character or anything like that, so we're gonna make one. We're gonna make a character for this. A custodian, oh heck, what is the word that they used? He manages, where is it? He's not just a custodian. He's just a worker at Orne Library at Miskatonic University. The music has stopped. Okay, let's just turn this off. Yeah, there we go. Let's see. They used a different term than custodian, and I'm sure that I'm going to read through all this, but I don't see it, and it's boom right out of my head because I need it, which is pretty much how things go anymore. Anyway, but the only thing they say you really need is sanity. But I'm going to go ahead and make up the character. We're going to see how a regular Joe plays through. I looked through the, here it is, the Investigator Handbook, and we're going to quick make up a laborer. It fits the closest. So that's where we're going to go. We'll name him, we'll get him set up real quick, and then we will play this scenario, and we'll see how it goes. Hopefully it's going to be fun and interesting. I played Alone Against the Dark too long. I was just really, really done with it by the time we got finished. So I feel like a new, fresh thing will be good here. So I got 3d6 here. So we're going to go ahead and mark his power as 50, because that tells you what your sanity is, and that starts his sanity off at 50. Let's get him some strength. His strength is, oh god, terrible, is a 30. Alright, so he is not strong. These are not dice I usually use to make a character. Let's see what we got going here. Next is con. Is this a 1 or a 6? It's a 1. 8, 9, 45. His health is not great. His size. Size is 2d6 plus 6. We'll put a die. 6 die down. He's huge. 11, 14. That's a 70 size. Dexterity. We've got a 6, 11, 12. 60 dex, so that's not too bad. And like I said, most of this stuff isn't gonna... We're not gonna spend a ton of time on this guy. Just going to give him some basic stats. 6'10". His appearance is a 50. He's average looking guy. Intelligence is again 2d6 plus 6. We've got 12. Good lord, 17 is an 85 intelligence. He is pretty brilliant. Why is he working as a custodian? Oh, education. We have to re-roll. We got to re-roll. We'll change that to a 6 and re-roll, because that's a 2d6 plus 6 as well, and that gives us a 12, 15. That's a 75 education. I have to look up his movement rate. I probably should have done this. All right, movement rate. Oh, I always have a terrible time with this. His dex is greater than his strength and less than his size, so I think that's an 8. Movement rate. If both dex, either dex or strength is equal to greater than strength. Yeah, 8. So his movement rate is 8. We need a name for this guy. Harold Bucket. Fits his job. His occupation is laborer, custodian. He will be 35 years old. We get to do one check against his education of 75. 27 is a success, so that doesn't change. He is male. Residence is Arkham, Massachusetts. Okay. Let's see. Hit points. I haven't had to do this in forever. Hit points is the average of what? Con and size. 45 and 70 is 115. So 11, because we round down. Magic points is going to be the power, so it's 10. Oh, luck. Let's see what his luck is. I think we can get this guy made in like less than 15 minutes, honestly. 10, 12. 60 luck. That's not too bad. I don't think it'll really come into play. His dodge is going to start at 30. His language own, English. We'll start his education of 75. He speaks well. Damage bonus. That's something I haven't had to do. I usually do these on the computer, and so I don't have to look up this information. It's just, boom, it's there. Let's see, his strength plus his size. Strength is 30, size is 70. That's a 100 total. That gives him a 0 build and 0 damage bonus. 0, 0. All right, all we need is skills. He is not going to be armed or anything like that. He is not a guard. He just kind of keeps an eye on the place, cleans up. Not even keeps an eye on the place. So we're going to call this unskilled labor. I know it's technically not, but his occupational points, now this we will need. Let's pull up the calculator. Calculator! Hey, Bayt al Azif is here. Your luck will not save you. Yeah, I know. I'm doing this for fun. This is more of just a fun thing. And we might add a couple little things if something comes up that I could use a skill. But it looks like, from just what I've read, it's mainly dealing with your sanity. Can you stay sane all night long? A laborer is education times 2. His education is 75. That's 150 plus dex or strength. Plus is going to be his dex times 2. So 150 plus 120 is 270. We're going to jot that down. Credit rating 9 to 30. Let's give him 10 credit rating. Because I would assume that Miskatonic pays even custodial staff and everything pretty well. Skills. Drive auto. Electrical repair. Ooh. Fighting. All right. First aid. And again, I don't think we're actually going to be fighting anything in this one. But I could be mistaken. Who knows? Who knows? Mechanical repair. Operate heavy machinery. Ooh, I'm going to put a lot of points into that. Throw. See, he had a job working at a dock before he moved to Arkham. He worked in Boston for a while. Worked at a dock, so he can have a high operate heavy machinery. I'm still trying to think up a scenario. Oh, one other skill is personal or era specialty. We'll say stealth. Custodial staff are supposed to be kind of not seen. Yeah. All right, so what do we got? We got 260 points. Wow, this guy's is loaded with points. Let's get his drive auto. We'll give him drive auto of about 60. So minus 40 points here. Electrical repair will do 60. He knows how to fix things. We are just tearing up these points right now. First aid will make a 50. His mom wanted him to be a doctor. Oh, fighting. Fighting brawl. Let's make a 50. Just because he's kind of a scuffler. Mechanical repair, 60. Minus 50 more. We got 75 points left. Ooh, I want to put a lot in operate heavy machinery. Is going to be a 51. 25 points left. We'll stick. Man, we'll stick all of that into throw. And we'll forget about, whoops, the other skill. And that's fine. We got to get his background points here real briefly. And then we will jot down a couple historical things about him. And Harold Bucket will be ready to go. Let's see. So background points is his intelligence times 2, which is 170. Holy crap. That's actually quite a bit. All right. I know this won't help, but his dodge, we'll jack that up to 50. And then, ooh, let's give him a jump of 60. I don't usually have characters who have a lot of points in that kind of stuff. Spot hidden is always good. 50. We're down to 85. We'll jack listen up to 52. And like I said, probably not going to need any of these things. He works in the library. That's an Orn library. That's his main place that he looks. Oh, he should have some kind of social skills. I got 55 points left. So every character should have something in a social skill or a really good psychology. But I think we're going to give him persuade. We'll do that. We'll put most of that in this. We'll put 40 points in persuade, and we'll put the other 15 into psychology. So that gives him a little chance of being able to tell if somebody's lying to him. Students are always trying to get away with stuff. Personal description. All right. His size is 70, but his strength is 30, and his con is 45. So tall and lanky, thick mustache, black hair, blue eyes, pale, kind of sickly. Ideology, beliefs. A job's a job, but do your best. How about, let's see, let's get another good. Let's make him a Methodist. This is in 1920s. That's good enough. Significant people. Oh, how would I make this guy 35? Is he married? I'm going to leave that blank. I know it's not important. Well, we'll say his parents, Mabel and Stuart. They're in Boston. His buddy, Carl Phillips. He's a mechanic. Meaningful locations. His apartment. Treasured possessions will be his flashlight. Given him by predecessor. Oh, traits. Raven says, what is the name of the website to buy these magazines from? You can get Bayt al Azif at DriveThruRPG. If you look up, literally, well, it's actually in the chat too, Bayt al Azif at DriveThruRPG. You can find them there. You can buy hard copies. You can buy PDFs. I'm not sure if they do the free PDF with the hard copy or not. I have no idea. I got both with this when I purchased it. This is solid. DriveThruRPG does a really, really nice job. And as you can see, flipping through, the layout is really good. There's no blank place. There's not a lot of blank areas. You know what I mean? It really, I don't like seeing a scenario or any product actually, and there's like half a page is just empty. You know, there's always something you can find to fill this, and this thing is full. Like, you've got to have your blank back page like that, but otherwise there's something. There are no blank pages. There's no even blank slots that I can see. You know what I mean? So they're up to issue number 5 on my YouTube channel, which I think is linked here. Is it linked here? Yeah, it's linked here. If you go to the what you call it, um, yep, PDFs are free if you get the print version. Worth it. Really nice. The paper's good and solid. It's thick. It's not like cheap paper, and oh, mine still smells good. If you go to Max Writer, my YouTube channel, there are unboxing videos. They're not actually, what do you call them? They're not reviews, but it will give you kind of a look at what you're going to get. And I believe Bayt al Azif actually puts down all the articles on at Drive Thru RPG. I could be mistaken there too. Uh, Bayt al Azif, I need those, says Raven. Bayt al Azif, thanks. Looks amazing. Yeah, yeah, they do a wonderful job. The layout's beautiful. The cover art is great. The most recent one with the cover art's a little church and something in the clouds over it. Oh my God, I love that picture. I'd love that for my wall. Your local game store can order a copy for you too, says Bayt al Azif. They're distributed by Indie Press Revolution. And I think you're probably putting links that aren't showing up there, Bayt al Azif. But if you look up Indie Press Resolution, Raven, you'll see it. You'll be able to find it online. Um, yeah, as soon as I saw this was out, I was like, that looks awesome. Because you know what it reminded me of? I hope this isn't insulting. It shouldn't be because I was really impressed by it. There was a magazine, Worlds of Cthulhu magazine came out a few years ago. Oh God, like 10 or 12 years ago now. I'm getting old. Anyway, I always hesitated to purchase them when I was at like Gen Con and Origins and stuff. If I was like, screw it, and I bought all of them because they were like $18 each, like when they first came out, and so worth it. They had such great stuff, and they were also packed, great art, really good stuff. And I think Bayt al Azif is I think they're really, I don't know. It's a good magazine. There's just so much to it. Anyway, blah 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 blah. I'm just jabbering on now. We're done with this book. I need some traits. Let's see. Curious. That's always a good one for Call of Cthulhu. Um, Grumpy. He's kind of gruff. That's good enough. I don't think we have to worry about cash and assets and that side of stuff. So we got Harold Bucket here. It's 1928. Why not? And we're going to get started with Overdue. Now this stream might go a little short. Like I said, this little scenario is only 6 pages long, so we might end up finishing it like before 4 o'clock. I don't know. If so, we'll end the stream early because I really don't have anything else prepared to present in this capacity or video games or anything like that. And I don't like mixing it up like that. I think I don't know. It's just not my thing. This tray is so janky. All right, let's find my page 47. Page 47. We're going to take notes on all the places that we go, all the numbers that we do. But first, we're going to get our introduction. So here we go with Overdue. You're not much of a gambler. Not at cards, not at love, not at business. Maybe that's why you ended up alone as a maintenance worker in one of the big East Coast universities. Miskatonic U. So maintenance worker was what I was looking for, yeah. So I'm in maintenance. I'm not just a custodian. Ivy League snootiness, but not Ivy League rich. Still, the library was something, and that's where you spent most of your time now, maintaining the old library and cleaning up after those idiotic rich kids who didn't appreciate a book if it didn't have dirty pictures in it. Your only tools of the trade, as it were, are the ridiculously big set of keys you need to get around the university and the library. Seems like they built everything with a huge lock back when. Yeah, let's try that again. Seems like they built everything with a huge lock back when, even stuff that didn't need one. And without those keys, you'd be locked out when it's raining, or even worse, locked in when no one was around to let you out. In fact, most of the time, you were the one who had to let out some lost freshman who'd sworn he'd not locked the door behind him. So we have keys to Orne Library. Libraries are often the forefront of the Cthulhu mythos, either as intrepid investigators or extremely important researchers. But what about the lowly staff who maintain these libraries? even one as hollowed as the library at Miskatonic University. For this adventure, assume your character has a 50% sanity to start. If you encounter something horrific, you'll be told, make a sanity check. Then roll percentile dice. Let's get my dice organized here. There's my percentile dice. If you roll above your sanity, you may have to subtract an amount from your sanity. That means the next time you have to make a sanity check, your target will be the new lower number as you become more and more mentally unstable. But you'll know secrets of the universe. If your sanity ever gets to 0 or less, you are too crazy to continue and your adventure's over. You will also occasionally be able to use an item that might lead you to another option. Those choices will have a mark beside them. Okay, it's a little prong thing. Each item will tell you to add a different number to your current entry. So make sure to remember the number of any item you find. Read the whole entry, then add the number for the item to the current entry number and go to that entry before moving on. Okay. For example, if you finish reading entry 7 and you see the symbol and you want to try your keys, which say add 4, then go to entry 11 instead of the given option. If the entry you go to doesn't make sense, then that item is probably not appropriate for the situation. So return to the entry you just read. In this example, go back to entry 7. Overdue is a solo scenario set at Miskatonic University. Go to entry 1. Okay, that's interesting. That is a really interesting way to do that. Okay, I'm gonna admit to people, I don't know how people write these things up. I've never tried to do it, but it seems like really hard. So we're gonna see how this goes. And I like this. This is a new concept I've never seen before. Of if you have a certain item, it changes where you can go, and I like that a lot, actually. Okay, entry 1. Tonight looked to be another slow one. It was storming, an unpleasant time to be out. Classes wrapped up, building locked up, time to walk one last time through the library and make sure all is well. You pulled your pea coat tight around you and looked around your little supply room before you left to run over to the library entrance. Sitting on a shelf was your trusty flashlight. If you take your trusty flashlight, go to 7. If you don't want to lug the heavy thing around tonight, go to 17. We are going to take our trusty flashlight. It is my treasured possession, given to me by my predecessor, Hal Berry. We're writing that name down because he knew you needed a flashlight, and he's like, I'm too old to keep working this job, but here you go. Good luck. You're gonna need it. That last sentence kind of rattled me, but you know. Oh, there's a map. You shine your light back and forth, keys jingling at your hip as you look around the entrance to the library. The old stacks of books downstairs on the lower level are almost make a maze. There are so many piled up. Good thing they have a map on the wall, otherwise freshmen will get lost every day. You've memorized it by this point, though. So we have our map. Pretty simple. See if y'all can see it. I don't know how important this is going to be, but we'll note that the map's on entry 7. If I'd have realized, like I said, I barely skimmed through this, and there's pictures, but I didn't notice the map. So, I would have otherwise printed it out so I had it separate. And good thing you brought your flashlight. Easy to trip on something here. Anything you want to use that flashlight on to see something or do something unusual with this, when this mark is at the end of an entry, add 7 to the number of the entry you're on. Same thing for that ring of keys, but for the keys, add 4. Alright, so keys is plus 4. Flashlight plus 7. Wow, okay. If you want to double check no student fell asleep in the reading room, go to 12. Or you can go to Maps and Manuscripts, go to 22. The reading room is the main room. Where? Oh, I've closed up already. Yeah, okay. I must have already locked the doors. Yeah, we got to walk the place where rare books go to 31. Or go downstairs to the lower stacks. Huh, okay, so according to this map, unlike Arkham Unveiled, according to this map, the main entrance is upstairs. I think the rare books are actually upstairs in the legitimate one. Oh, and I can use my flashlight for that. All right, so here we go. We're going to try this out. So we're at 7. I guess we will start with the main reading room. We're going to add 7 to, it says go to 12, so we will make that 19, and we'll see if that makes any sense. You shine. Ooh, that was a terrible start. You shine your light around the weirdly cleared space and see that there's a giant pentagram drawn on the floor. What? It is made of a black, sticky-looking substance with strange symbols daubed around the edges. There seems to be a splatter of blood on one side. If you want to investigate the center of the pentagram, go to 5. Otherwise, go back to 12. That was really fast. This escalated very quickly. I don't want to go investigate this pentagram yet. I want to go check the other rooms. Go back to 12. We haven't been to 12. I have a feeling we're going to die. Haha, read the entry 12 first. Then you can add the flashlight numbers. Oh, is that how you do it? Okay. All right, we'll modify this. We're going to modify this. So you go to the entry first, then you add... Oh, okay, that's cool. That's not super clear in the instructions, but that's okay. Thank you, Bayt al Azif. The reading room, we'll say we're going to back up, and then we'll come back to this, and we'll just keep the reactions from the first time. The reading room is full of reading tables and chairs for the students to work at, with doors in 3 of the walls and staircase going down in the 4th wall. Gotcha. Tonight, a lot of reading tables have been moved out of the center of the room, leaving big open space. Something's definitely wrong. The librarians would have told you if the tables needed to be moved, and no student could have done it with one table without being yelled at by other students for being loud, and certainly not moved a lot of them without the librarians coming down on them. Oh, great! I don't have a gun. I'm not the guard here. If you investigate the open space, but we're going to jump to 19. Investigating the open space would be 5. Oh, that's interesting. If you go to the door in the south wall, if you go to the door in the north wall, if you go to the north. Oh, well, go back to 12. Yeah, okay. Investigate the center of the paragraph. So we're going to look around first. And then we're going to investigate the empty space. But in this one, it says if you investigate the center of the pentagram. So 5 plus 7 is going to be a... and that's when I see the pentagram. You shine your light around, and there's a giant pentagram drawn on the floor. Either way, it's going to take us to 5. So we better investigate this. We can still use our flashlight with a plus 7. So 5 and 7 is a 12. Yeah, jeez. No, 5 and 7 is 12. Interesting. 5 plus 7 is 12. That brings us right back here to 12. So I guess we should go look at 5. Oh, I think we're going to die here. Yeah, maybe we won't go there. I can already see it says the end. So let's check out the other rooms first. I don't want to investigate this mess quite yet. The south wall goes to maps and manuscripts, but the north wall goes to rare books, which is 31, and then plus 7 will be 38. So I think we should go to 31 first. I'd rather not just die here. Oh, wow. Okay, I'm going to die again. The rare book room is rarely accessed by anyone, even the librarians. Some professors are allowed access to the collection. Oh my gosh, I hear dogs barking outside. But even they have limits. Too many strange stories about the books in this place. There are 2 doors in one wall, opposite them, a staircase going down. Oh, there's another staircase going down. Okay. If you go through the left door, go to 7. If you go through the right door, go to 12. Oh, that's to leave the room. If you go downstairs, go to 41. All right. I think we're going to go out. Oh, wait. 38. Is 38? Oh! You flash your light across the ancient books in their protective shelves when you suddenly notice that there's a gap. I'm way too close to this camera. Let's back this up just a hair. One of the books is missing. But yeah, they're not allowed to check out books from the rare book room, so this is bad. You look at the entries and realize it's one of the rarest books in the whole collection. Yeah, because my character's well educated and very intelligent. with his education of 75, his intelligence of 85. Even as a what did they call me? A maintenance worker? Yeah. Ah, it's the 17th century printing of the Necronomicon. That's the one written by Dr. John Dee in Latin. The large protective case that was designed to hold the Necronomicon in place is still locked shut, so that you can't quite see into the space where the book was. But somehow the book has been removed. Does anyone beside the librarian have the key? Nobody but Armitage. Go back to 31. All right, 31 lets us get out of the room. I don't want to go and investigate that pentagram immediately, because I'm afraid that we are going to immediately die. We've got to find this Necronomicon, figure out what's going on. 31. We're going to go through the left door back to 7. And we're shining the light around too, because I can use the flashlight. So that'll also give me 14. So 7 is back to the main entrance hall. But we're going to add 14 to shine the light around. You shine the light around before deciding, and see a weird stain on the floor by the staircase down to the stacks. Looks like someone spilled some soda or something. It's black and sticky. Drinks aren't allowed in here. You'll have to clean it up in the morning and talk to the librarian about checking the kids. Checking the kids aren't bringing in drinks. Go back to 7. Okay. This is interesting. Thank you for cluing me in about going to the entry first and then getting the library, or getting the result of it. I think you could actually put a little flashlight symbol, a little key symbol, and to let you know what you can actually use. You know what I mean? I think that would be helpful. Let's peek in maps and manuscripts first. So we're going to 22 and 29 once we shine the light around. 22. The room has cabinets and drawers everywhere. 2 doors leave the room. Yeah, okay. And a staircase descends in the south wall. Some of the cabinets are in a strange disarray, as if something large shoved them to the side. But tonight the room is also filled with a strange smell. Blood. I'm going to shine the light around. 29. You shine the light around, and you find the source of the blood. A body is lying on the ground, covered in terrible claw marks, with a horrible smile upon his face. Oh, oh no, you realize it's one of the librarians. Make a sanity check. All right, first roll of the night. Well, we're only going to be rolling sanity, probably. Here we go. We got 50 sanity. 60 is a fail. If you roll higher in sanity, subtract 5. Holy crap, that's tough. That's heavy hit insanity loss. If you roll your sanity less, you hold it together, and despite the shock of finding the librarian's body, you examine the body. All right, let's see if we go temporarily insane. We're going to add the regular Call of Cthulhu. This would be a great introduction to dealing with sanity, though, I feel like, for Call of Cthulhu, just like how to make it work. So I need to roll an intelligence. I need to fail an intelligence check, or I'm going to go temporarily insane. 52 is a success. I went temporarily insane. All right. Enough of the theatrics. Let's roll a 10-sided die. Now, for the sake of this, we're going to use real time as opposed to Bouts of Madness summaries, because I could wake up at Arkham Sanitarium and that's just the end. So let's see what we get. 7. I hope it's like faint or something. Flee in panic! The investigator is compelled to get as far away as possible by whatever means available, even if it means taking the only vehicle and leaving everyone else behind. 1d10 rounds. 4. Alright. 4 rounds. My movement rate's about an 8. Orne Library is pretty good sized. I'm going to say I would be running for the front door. Well, depending on where the body is, and it doesn't say. So let's roll 50-50. Low means I head for high means I head for the front door, and low was going to mean I just run down the stairs to the stacks. I know there's a pentagram in that other room. I might have forgotten. Actually, why don't we roll d6? I might run right into pentagram room. No, we're going to die immediately if you run in there, I have a feeling. So it's either we'll just roll a d4. Low means we head down the stairs to the stacks. High means I just head for the front door. I rolled a 4. All right, so it's back to the entrance chamber where I fumble with the keys before I finally come to my senses. Oh, I can't just leave. There's a dead body in there. I should alert the police, but I need to go see if I can help. Maybe that guy's, maybe he's not dead. Oh dear, I don't know what to do. Where's my flashlight? I left it behind. I can't leave my flashlight behind. All right, we're going back. So let's go back to 29. So we fled. Oh my God, I'm so scared. All right, we're going to go back to 29 here. My flashlight's lying on the floor where I dropped it in my panic. We're not going to mess around with being temporarily insane because that really complicates everything and hard to do in one of these kind of games. You examine the body closely and see a strangely carved knife in the hand of the unfortunate librarian. If you take the knife, add 9 whenever you want to use it. All right, we're going to take the knife. It's a +9. I'm going to just tuck it in my belt. It's in the librarian's hand, and they were torn apart by claws. The Ceremonial Knife by Evan Johnson. That's nice. Go back to 22. Okay. Let's go down. There's a murderer in the building. Smart me would be like, we gotta go get the cops. But Curious says, let's go find him. I got a knife now. So that's gonna be a 41 and a 48. I need to hook together these in my little notes here. Okay, I like that. I like the whole adding points to find more stuff. Yeah, I like that, actually. 41. You step into the twisted labyrinth of the lower stacks. Cases of books rise to the ceiling in all directions with narrow spaces to barely squeeze between the shelves laid out in a haphazard direction. In the muffled silence, we're running out of rooms, so we're going to be done very shortly. In the muffled silence. Hold on, sorry. In the muffled silence of the surrounding books, you hear 2 noises. The scrape of someone moving across the stone floor and a stifled sound of pain. So, to go towards the sound... Wait a minute, I got flashlight. 48. You shine your light around, but you don't see anything unusual. Go back to 41. Sweet. To go towards the sound of movement, go to 4. To go towards the sound of pain, go to 6. If you take the north staircase up, 31. If you take the west staircase, and then those will just take me upstairs. Let's go to the sound of pain. 6 and 7 is 13. I hope this doesn't just kill me. You weave your way through the tangle of bookcases towards the noise, and suddenly your light is shining on a person leaning up against the shelves. They moan as the light touches them. You move closer and see it's one of the students. She looks up at you with wide, unseeing eyes. She's clearly in shock. Blood covers the front of her shirt, and she's cradling a book in her hand. Oh, she's got the Necronomicon. Make a sanity check. Doggone it. Well, yeah, somebody has gutted this girl. Here she is. Is she the one that took the Necronomicon? Did she get it from someone else? My sanity is now a... Wait, that's luck. My sanity is now a 45. Come on. 14. Success. Awesome. If you roll high on your sanity, subtract 5. Alright, so I keep my shit together. I'm like... let's see if 13 looks like it's connected to this. No. 13 is not connected to this one. It doesn't look like. 6 and 7 is 13, right? She begins to speak. I thought it was just a joke. Trooper SJP, but I'm making tuna casserole. Oh, wow. Holy crap, there's raiders here. Hey, raiders, welcome. Welcome to the stream. I just noticed you come in. Thank you so much. Thanks so much for joining us. We are in Miskatonic Orn Library at Miskatonic University. Currently, I'm a maintenance worker / custodian. And I appreciate everybody who's here. Chromatic Chameleon, thank you for the cigar. Let's see, what did I miss here? Ce n'est pas un raid. You winning, Max? We're not dead yet. I sort of cheated because I noticed one of the entries I was about to turn to said the end, and I was like, well, we'll hold off a little bit. Trooper, Roller says, Trooper SJP, you haven't even touched your tuna casserole. And Trooper says, I'm still making tuna casserole today. Are you winning? That's what I always say to Trooper whenever I jump into his. And in most streams, actually. We're not dead. We've lost 5 points of precious sanity. And our character, Harold Bucket, the maintenance worker slash custodian for Orne Library, has discovered a pentagram drawn in the main room, the main study room. What's it called? The reading room at Orne Library. The Necronomicon is missing from the rare book room, and I found a body in the maps and manuscripts room. I went crazy, and then before I could escape the building, I managed to get my shit together. Sanity is overrated. Well, I'm down to 45. We went ahead and made a character, even though it's not required for this. Just the sanity checks, I think, and we might make up some rolls. But we have headed down to the stacks. We heard a cry of pain, and we went to see what it was, and it was a woman holding a very large book. And I managed to keep it together this time. She's covered in blood. She begins to speak. I thought it was just a joke. I didn't believe him. He was trying to impress me. So we did it. We read the book. We made the pentagram. But something really came. It killed him. I ran and ran. The spell didn't work. It shouldn't have happened. It was just a joke. Take it away. She thrusts the book she was holding towards you and begins to cry. She seems unharmed, but will need help soon. She's unharmed, but she is covered in blood. But the guy's body we found was not killed by a knife. It was killed by claws. Let me think. That was in Maps and Manuscript. 22 plus 7 is 29. They have a neat thing that if you have a flashlight, you add that, you look at where you're going, you add 7, you go there as well, and then it gives you more information, which is very cool idea, I think. What was it? 29. He was covered in terrible claw marks. So she didn't kill him, and the knife didn't have any blood on it that I found. Lore. Trooper says, this is the adventure connected to the wallet, the one I need to get. Yes? No. This is the very short 6-page adventure in Bayt al Azif magazine #1. I'll be doing the wallet probably in 3 weeks. Because next is Alone Against the Frost. I'm doing them in the order they were published. And this is next, 2018. And then there's Alone Against the Frost, then there's Alone Against the Tide, and then is the wallet. I'm pretty certain. I have a list around here somewhere. Sorry for the interruption, but yes, I feel the need to. Yeah, Overdue, Alone Against the Frost, Alone Against the Tide, and then the Dog Walker, which is included in the wallet. So this is a very simple scenario, but it's really neat, some of the concepts that they've introduced, and we'll talk about it more in the outro. I don't think this is going to last very long. It's 6 pages, which is fine. We're going to get that solo game. This one you can find if at DriveThruRPG. Look up Bayt al Azif, BAYT This is #1. This is the first issue. They have 5 issues out. This is the only one that included a solo scenario. The others have scenarios, interviews, articles, reviews. They're full. They are packed full, and they do a wonderful job. So this one's interesting, and it actually has been made a pretty good introduction. If it was expanded slightly, it could make a great introduction for Sanity. But as is, it's making a good introduction for Sanity, and it's kind of a neat little scenario so far. But it is very short. It definitely will not take us all 2 hours that I usually schedule. So we'll probably be ending early today. All right. Yeah. She seems unharmed, but why she got blood all over the front of her shirt? Interesting. You carefully take the book out of her hands. It is the Necronomicon, a 17th century spellbook. Yes, 17th century. Written by, actually translated by Dr. John Dee into Latin from the original Greek at Mortlake. I ran a scenario called King of Shreds and Patches, which takes place in England in the early 17th century, and you get to meet John Dee, you meet Shakespeare. It's a great scenario. It's in Strange Eons, the original Strange Eons that came out in the 80s, late 80s, I think. It's so good. We had so much fun playing it. All right, sorry. It should have been locked safely up in the rare book room. Yes, I found it missing earlier. It is open to a page that is now covered with her blood. It seems to be a spell to summon a demon into a pentagram to serve you. If you keep the Necronomicon, subtract 3 whenever you want to use it. Oh, that's interesting. Yeah, I'm keeping it. I gotta put it back. -3. And see, certain items give you bonuses. Not really a bonus, but plus. And what I found out from Bayt al Azif, they're watching, or they were. Not sure if they're still here, but that's okay. I'm talking with my hands again. Like the flashlight, the keys give me a +4 if I want to try to use them. The flashlight gives me a +7 if I'm using it. This knife gives me a +9, and the Necronomicon gives me a -3. And what that does is you read the initial entry, and then you go to the entry that has whatever modifier that you're trying to use, and that can give you more information, which I think is very clever and very well done. We're always watching, says Bayt al Azif. Trooper says, what is the publication order? Alone Against the Flames, then. Oh, publication order. All right, I've got it right here. I wrote them down, actually. Yeah, those aren't in order. I typed them out. So, all right. So, Alone Against the Wendigo. Oh, wait a minute. Alone Against the Wendigo was published. Oh, I didn't include Grimrock Isle. Okay. Alone Against the Wendigo was published in 1985. That's the first, and that one's out of print. That's for second edition. Alone Against the Dark, the original, was 88. The Thing in the Darkness in Fantasy Gamer number 3 was 1983. Wait, no, I'm giving you wrong information. I'm sorry. This is the order I did them. So the very first published Call of Cthulhu solo scenario was The Thing in the Darkness. That was published in 1983 in Fantasy Gamer magazine number 3. You can still get hard copies from the Steve Jackson website and PDFs. I think that's where I got it. No. I bought it used. I got a hard copy online. It wasn't terribly expensive, like $10. You can get a PDF from the Steve Jackson Warehouse 13 or whatever their website is. It's like $6. It was a decent buy, and you don't need Fantasy Gamer number 4, which has like a review of it or telling how it played out for them. So that was the very first. Then was Alone Against the Wendigo in '85. Alone Against the Dark also came out in 1985. Then we've got, and that's the original Alone Against the Dark. That's also second edition. Then you've got Alone on Halloween. That's Pagan Publishing. That came out in 1992. There are no legal PDFs of Alone on Halloween, and a print copy is going to cost you about $100. I got lucky. I got a beautiful copy for that amount. Grimrock Isle came after that. That's from Triad Entertainments. That was also put out in 1992. I've already played that, so I didn't stream it. That's a crazy one. That'll kill you like that. Then we jump to the new ones. Alone Against the Flames is 2015. That's the first 7th edition one. It's excellent. And then they reprinted, or no, they updated Alone Against the Dark in 2017. Now these numbers might be not quite accurate, but they're close. Then Bayt al Azif Overdue is 2018, the one we're playing right now. And then Alone Against the Frost came out in 2019. That is the updated version of Alone Against the Wendigo. And I'm pretty certain it's going to be very, very much like it. The reprint, or the update of Alone Against the Dark, is very much like the original. There are a few changes. There's some rules for burning luck and that kind of thing. And then finally, Alone Against the Tide was out in 2020. And then the Dogwalker came out just this year in 2023. And I understand they're working on Alone Against the... Oh, crap. I can never... Ooh, don't put my arm on that. Alone Against the Static, maybe? Alone Against the Voltage? That has not yet been published, but there has been some talk about it. So, Trooper, if you want, I could... I've got a Word document somewhere with this on it. I could send you that, too, if you want it. I can send it to you in Discord after the stream. If you need that information again, let me know. Let's see. So... This looks like the end, because 13... No, 13 doesn't seem to have anything to do with what's happening with this girl. So we have some choices here. We can move towards the sound of the movement. We can take the north staircase, the west staircase, south. We can take one of the staircases back up into the building. I don't think that's going to do us any good. I think we should head towards the movement. I think it's a terrible idea. But Trooper says, I played Alone Against the Flames on stream. Oh, that's cool. Is that on your YouTube channel? I want to watch that. I want to see how you did. And then I play the rest of them. Would like to do it somewhat chronologically, so that would be great. Yeah, I'll send you this Word document. I'll stick it up, or I'll send you a DM or something on Discord. This just has everything that I've got except for it doesn't have the wallet or the dog walker on it, but I can update it. And they're not in order, but it's got the date published on all of them. So I have two lists because that's how I do things. Yeah. And Grimrock Isle is worth it, but do not go in near the well. I'm going to tell you that right now. It's on my YouTube. Okay, cool. All right. Trooper SJP YouTube Alone Against the Flames. I want to see how it played out for you. I guess we're going to head for the sound of the movement. I don't think there's any point of just going upstairs unless we're going to go leave and get some cops. And I got to find out what's happening first. If I don't warn the cops, they could die. I'm going to find the link. What link? One more drink for the road, says Roller 300. That's a good idea before it all goes to hell. All right, we're going to head for 4, folks. This might be it. You move through the bookcases. Oh, 4 and plus 7 makes it an 11, possibly. I haven't found anything I could use my keys on yet, or even thought to use the keys. You move through the bookcases towards the noise. You hear another scrape, then finally come around the corner. Crouching in the aisle before you is an impossibility. A winged, oil-skinned black creature, barbed tail whipping back and forth above it, and a smooth, faceless head. It fills the low-ceilinged aisle, its bulk looming over you. Over you. A scream comes out of your mouth as it begins to move towards you. Make a sanity check. Oh, dear. Our sanity is 45. Uh-oh, Roller looks scared. Roller 300. Trooper SJP, what's the name of your YouTube channel? Ooh, good question. Trooper SJP. Perfect. Thank you. No, 81. We failed the sanity check. Subtract 5 from our sanity. No! This could spell the end for our hero. All right. Bouts of Madness real time. No, wait. I might not go crazy. I have to roll an 86 or above. Oh, no. Raven says, thank you. Trooper says, and here is the link. Oh, you probably can't put links up. Alone Against the Flames playthrough. Oh, no. It was nice knowing me, says Roller 300. Yeah, let's see what happens. Come on, baby. 31 is a success. I go temporarily insane. Or I have a bout of madness. I rolled an 8. Physical hysterics or emotional outbursts. The investigator is incapacitated from laughing, crying, screaming, etc. for 1d10 rounds. So, I'm going to say, if I can roll a 1, and it's only 1 round, I still might be able to escape. 1! So I'm screaming for all of 3 or 4 seconds. Go to 20. Wait a minute. Does 11 help? I bet 11 did not help me at all. 11. What's 11? No, that's keys. So it says go to 23. Now we're going to expand this a little because this is just about sanity loss. Here, hold on. I'm going to look up Trooper's YouTube channel, and I will throw a link up. Trooper SJP. There it is. I think I can put a link on my own. Let's see. Can everybody see that? That is Trooper's YouTube channel. He's awesome, hilarious, and I love watching both his streams. His stream name, if you want to watch him on Twitch, is the same, Trooper SJP. Just how it's. Trooper says I can see it. Excellent. On Twitch, he does a lot of streaming. He has a lot of fun, and I enjoy watching him. The beastly monster's coming right at you. Due to the narrow spaces between the bookcase, you must make your choice quickly. But, as it's a role-playing game, first we must discuss it for half an hour. Yes, thank you, says Raven. Alright, so, what? If you now go towards the sound of the pain, no. If you try to find the north staircase up, go to 31. If you try to flee up the west staircase, 12. If you attempt to run up the south staircase, 22. If you hope to escape up the east staircase, go to 7. We're going to go up one of the staircases. What, north? North is back to the rare book room. I don't know what to do. One thing I dislike sometimes about these solo scenarios is I'm not sure what to do. Trooper says also Max Ryder's a great person who makes very cool adventures. Aw, thank you, Trooper. Raven subscribed, yay! And Trooper says thank you, and Raven says you're very welcome. All right, so the north entrance goes to the rare book room. I think I want to go to the east, which goes up to the reading room. It just said go to 23. Plus 7 is 30. I don't think my... You shine the light in its face, but then all it reveals... Oh. Even more of the insanity of this inhuman beast has no face, and it comes for you! So having a flashlight is a detriment in this case, because it says your end. But no, we're not. We're gonna run. Your scream in terror, but unable. Oh no, I'm moving. All right, so 30. We can add that to that. No, I wouldn't have shined the flashlight in its face. I'm running. So we'll skip 30. We're going up the east staircase. That's 7. That leads back to the. Ooh, pardon me. That leads to the reading room. Okay, that sends us back up to the reading room. Is it still chasing me? I don't know what to do. I've got the Necronomicon. How do I get rid of this thing? Wait, the Necronomicon is a -3, and I've got it in my hands. How did that have... Oh, I forgot to do math. 20. No. Oh, that's if you use it. Let's get back to the pentagon. Back to the pentagram. Let's subtract 7 minus 3 is 4. No, that doesn't make any sense. So that doesn't have any effect. No, wait, 7. 7 is... I went with the wrong one. Because I always get my east and my west mixed up. Damn it, I'm so dumb. I want to go to the reading room. And we will subtract 3 to make it 9 as well and see if what that does. 12, the reading room is full of... Okay, we're at the reading room. -3 is a 9. You fumblingly attempt to read the ancient Latin words out of the Necronomicon. Your tongue is twisted, but you think you are approximating the sound. Nothing seems to happen. Damn it. Go to 12. How do I get rid of this thing? Why is it down in the stacks? So 12 is just the reading room. Let's go to the rare book room in the north. 31 and 28. And let's see if there's anything we can do there. I don't know why it let me go. 31, the rare book room. I've already noticed the Necronomicon is gone. 28. Shining your light closely. You see the splinters and damage seem to have been caused by the claws of some terribly strong beast. It would have to be at least the size of a bear. A strange black oily substance fills the crevices of the slash marks. Make it sanity roll. Damn it. I'm down to 40 sanity. Oh no. Let's see. A pentagram? Candygram, says Roller 3000. Tongue twister. 02. Made my sanity check. Hell yes. Whizzed by it. If you roll higher than your sanity, subtract 5, go back to 21. Okay, there's nothing here. Why was Dead Guy in maps and manuscripts? But the pentagram... Well, we went in and we tried the Necronomicon on the pentagram. It doesn't help. So let's go back to... hold on. Go back to 21. 21... wait, 21. 28. Go back to 21. The door between these rooms has been forced open. Oh, I haven't come through this door yet. I went... Wait, no, I didn't. I didn't come through this door. I went through the front of the building. I didn't realize this. The door between these rooms has been forced open. The frame around the lock has been shattered as if by some terrific force colliding with it. Oh, I went out the wrong door. I should have not gone into this room. And the wood was simply... This will take me back to the reading room. The wood was simply unable to withstand the blow. Splinters of wood lie all around. If you go to the room to the south, go to 22. If you go to the room to the north, go to 12. Let's shine my flashlight on this splintered door. Oh, that's when we see the splinters of... Oh, it's the damage to the door. Alright, so we're back in the reading room. If you go to the room in the south, go to 22. I might have been doing this wrong. 22 and 29. The room has cabinets and drawers everywhere. 2 doors leave... Yeah, okay, this is where we've been there. No, wait a minute. I'm very confused. I think I messed something up here. Because, alright, let's back up. We were in rare books. That was 21, right? Now, 28? I've gotten very confused here. Hold on, we're going to backtrack just a bit here. Sorry, everybody. I have some of Andy's scenarios, says Raven. Oh, thank you. Cool. I hope you enjoy them. 31. Where were we in the rare book room? I thought I ran in there. 31. Nope. Nope. Hold on. I have gotten really screwed up. 31, I've written down. 31, the rare book room. Alright, there we are. Rare book room. Go to the left door. 31 and 38. Alright, so we've been in here. Flashlight. Alright, 31 is the rare book room. There doesn't appear to be any reason to be in here. Now, I meant to go through the reading room. If you go through the left door... I screwed up here somehow. We're going to end up at 28 at some point. Let's just back up. We're going to back up. 30 room is the rare book 1. 31 is the rare book room. Reading room 12. Maps of manuscript 22. Rare book 31. Lower stacks 41. Okay. Ugh, that's my fault. I screwed up. Go through the left door, go to 7. Left door. That'll take me back. Go to the right door, go to 12. That's where we were supposed to go. We were heading... No, we were at 12. We went to the rare book room. We're coming back to 12. Nothing should be changed there at the moment. And then we're going to go to the south wall door, which will take us to 21 and 28. Alright, this makes more sense now. Man, I got confused. 21 is where I noticed the door between the rooms had been forced open. See, I've misremembered which rooms I had gone to and how I'd gotten there. That was my problem, I think. Whoops. We're going to close Troopers YouTube. Okay. So that's where we're going to hit 21, which is the door has been forced. We shine our light on it, and we see that it's been knocked practically off the hinges. We made that sanity check, so we're going to keep that. And then we're going to go back to 21. If you go to the room to the south, that's 22. And that's also going to be 29. All right, I think we're on track now. This is the room with cabinets and drawers everywhere. We smell blood with the flashlight. We can look around. We've already seen this. I'm not going to give myself a sanity check for seeing a dead body the second time. We already got the knife. It says go back to 22. Okay. And then we're going to subtract 3 from 22 for 19. Does reading... No, that's the giant pentagram on the floor, so that's not connected. We tried reading it in the rare... I don't know what to do. Unless we have to read from the Necronomicon directly to this thing. There were no more options for the girl. I'm lost. I don't know what to do. I'm like in a point-and-click game when I think I've clicked everything and I have no idea where to go to next. Bayt says I can give you a hint if you want. Yeah, you can give me a hint. I'm not completely lost, but I'm going to have to start just checking all the rooms over again. I wonder if keys could help. Could keys help? Book 'em, Maxo. I'm trying. This lasted longer than I thought. Alright, let's see. We could go to each of these rooms and try keys. That adds +4. And we've got a knife. In the rare book room, you used your flashlight. Reread that one with what you just said about keys. All right. So let's head back to the rare book room with our keys. So we'll be crossing, let's see, actually, reading room 12. Yeah, this map, it would have helped the map. Maps and manuscripts 22. If those numbers had been on the map, I don't think it would give enough away to matter. Lower stacks. Stacks 41. So we're going to cross back across 12. We're not going to bother with the flashlight. And we notice everything is big open space. Why did all these tables move? Something terrible's going on here. We're going to 31 through the north wall again. And we're going to add our keys. 35. See, this is so different from any of the other ones I've played. And I think that's one of the reasons maybe why it's throwing me, but I kind of like that. Oh, and I keep forgetting to look for the little tines. So 31, the rare book room, rarely accessed by anyone. Okay. And so we're going to use the keys, which add 4. That puts us at 35. The floor tilts crazily, and you find yourself sliding up the wall. What? Your mind twitches as reality reasserts itself in a way that defies all known physics. Make a sanity roll. All right. Raven says, I'm going to use your flashlight first, really? Oh, no, it's too late. I have to make a sanity check. 68's a fail. Oh, no. So I should have gone 31, 37. Can you use... Oh, you can use them both together. I didn't think about that. No, I screwed up. I might be dead. Trooper says I'm going to pick up this issue so I can stream this adventure myself. Ooh, don't listen too carefully then. All right. I failed the sanity check. I've got to... If you rolled your sanity or less... Oh, yeah, okay. I've got to make a... Let's see if I go temporarily insane with a... I got to roll 86 or better. 06. Oh, God, I aced that one. That's another 5 points of sanity gone. Man, this thing is hard. If you rolled your sanity or less, go to 40. If you rolled above your sanity, subtract 5 from your sanity, go to 46. Ooh, I hope I survive this. I still have sanity. 46, 46. The floor tilts crazily, and you find yourself sliding up the wall. Your mind twitches as reality reasserts itself in a way that defies all known physics. Make a sanity check. If you roll your sanity less, go to 40. If you roll above your sanity, subtract 5 from your sanity, go to 35. Oh, it's just going to keep going back and forth until I go crazy. No! Oh, our sanity's 35. This is so bad. 88. That is a fail. I'm not going to bother with temporary insanity right now because I think I'm just going to go mad. If you roll above your sanity, subtract 5 and go to 35, which is the same thing now. We're down to 30 sanity. Come on, dice. Help me out. Help me out. 55 is a fail. No. Go to 46. The room is just flip-flopping me. It's terrible. No. All right, 25%. We still have a few chances here, but I don't think we're going to get out of here very well. Oh, 4. Holy crap, we made it. If you roll your sanity or less, go to 40. Okay. I didn't think about using the flashlight and then the book. 40. You're able to somehow reconcile the strangeness of what is happening to you and run along the wall that is now acting like a floor. At the far end, the gate begins to close. An amulet? I don't have an amulet. I don't want to jump through the gate. I think I'm dead. I'm going to try to jump through the gate. Oh, that was a mistake. The gate snaps shut as you were only partway through. Wait, no, you know what? I feel like I should get a jump check for this. I'm going to give myself a jump check. We'll read the whole thing and everything, but... Oh, it's cocked. Oh, 97! It went the wrong way. The gate snaps shut as you're only partway through. Rather than cutting you in half, your mind is split between the two realities. Part of your mind is now free of our mundane reality and begins a journey deep into the dreamlands on an epic quest of your meaning. For your meaning. But for the rest of your mind, trapped in our reality, without your imagination, you are soon locked up in a sanitarium for your own safety, where you quietly wait out your days until your end. Crap. Oh, okay. So you can use two things at once. Or you can use the flashlight to look around and then open up the book. And that's what I was supposed to do. Doggone it. Escape back to 31? There's no way to escape back to 31. It gave me 40, which was the choice of jumping through the gate. Because the room just started going crazy when I returned the Necronomicon to it, which is kind of cool. Weird, but cool. This is the end, my friend, says Roller. Rewind to 31. All right, so in my dream state, I'm like, what if this had happened? Yeah, we'll do the alternate ending here. So 31, we want to use our flashlight, which puts us at 39. And then if we use our keys, that's an additional 4 points, which is going to end up being 43. So at 31, flashlight's 38. I'm screwing math up. I'm not mathing very well. Plus 4 points is going to be a 42. So 31 is the rare book room. 38 is where I noticed the gap. And then 42... Wait. No, 38. Yeah, I did the math wrong. I would have realized that when I read 39. 42. You go through your keys until you find the old one that unlocks the protective case that should have kept the Necronomicon safe. Lying in the dust, behind where the book sat on the shelf, is a small scrap of paper. It seems to be old. Perhaps it fell out of the book when it was picked up. In a spidery, cramped script, it reads, "At the end or the beginning, look back to at the first parts of each of your thoughts, and the inner secret will be revealed." You put it in your pocket of your pea coat. If you wish to use the note, add 2. Oh my god! When you find the missing book, you can put it back inside for the librarians to deal with tomorrow. Go back to 31. Oh, interesting. Okay, so the Necronomicon is gone. We're going to just X that out because... Back to 31. Oh. My assumption is... Wait. At the end of or the beginning, look back at the first parts of each of your thoughts, and the inner secret will be revealed. Now I feel really dumb. Hold on. What's it say now? If you wish to use the note, add 2. What if I wish to... So, if I use the flashlight, and then the note, that puts us at 40. No, that doesn't make any sense. But I would think we could go back to room 12, to the reading room, to the pentagram, and potentially... Oh, now I'm nervous. Point and click is a good way to look at it. Well, that's how all of these play out. They play out like point and click. You don't have a GM, so you just have to kind of find your way. And oh, I'm terrible at point and click games. I've enjoyed these actually. All of these solo games I've enjoyed quite a bit actually. But when it comes to point and click online, like in a computer game, it's just I always hit a dead end, and I just cannot figure out where to go next because I've missed something real basic. So now at 12, I have to decide, because you've opened up a freaking can of worms here. Do I turn my light on and then read the note? Do I just read the note? 12 plus my light is a 19, and it's a 21 if I read the note after that. 19 is shining it, and I see the strange symbols daubed around the edges. 21 does not make sense with the note. So if I investigate the pentagram at 5, but then I read the note, or I could do the pentagram and then the flashlight. 5 and 7 is what? 12. No, 12 is just this room. So that can't be right. So let's see what happens. You move across the open space between the cleared tables and suddenly can't move. You're paralyzed in place in mid-step. You are stuck like this for minutes, maybe hours. Your panic and tension grows and grows, but you are unable to make a sound. Finally, you hear the door behind you open and know that help is at hand for whatever has happened to you. But then an ugly pencil paw settles on your shoulder, and a black, oily, whale-like thing moves onto your line of sight. Does 7 help? No, so that wasn't the way to go either, because this just kills you. It is whole head, but with no face. Oh, I'm fine. That's just a what the hell are they called? I'm blanking now. They just tickle you and take you away. You feel a barbed point sliding up your body, touching you lightly, bringing a laugh to your mouth as it tickled its way up your body. But you are still frozen. You cannot laugh, only be held in terror as it clutches you close for hours and hours and hours. Will it ever be your end? Where the heck do I use the note? Okay. Eyes Without Face. Well, that's one of Lovecraft's. No. Yeah, one of Lovecraft's creations. Choose your own doom. Yeah. So this was cut in half mentally. This was demon. 7 just takes me to the foyer again, so that's not where I would use it. So somewhere here I have to use this note that adds a +2. Yeah, that's tough to know what to use when. Like, I didn't think to use the flashlight and then the Necronomicon. That would have found the note, which... So there's a body in the maps and manuscripts. There's a pentagram in the reading room. Rare books is a stolen Necronomicon. The stacks down below. Maybe over at maps and manuscripts you should use it. But knowing I can also use the... I'm not going to finish this. I'm not going to go back through and try to figure out how to win. Because this guy's dead. He's gone. Well, he's not dead. He goes crazy. Which is not a win, but not necessarily a terror. He's still alive. But no, that was good. That was interesting. Read 8 to assume you made your intelligence check at 6 with the note and the Necronomicon. 6? I don't think I ever got to 6. What is 6? How do I get to 6? You weave your way through the tangle of books. Pull a scrap of paper and look at it. Based on the note, it seems to mean to look at the first symbols of each sentence of the instructions at the end or the beginning of the spell. Doing this, you realize that the syllables create a new sentence instructing you to repeat part of the incantation backwards. Oh, wow. If you want to use this version of the ritual, add 5 instead of subtracting 3. Oh, God. Add 5 instead of subtracting 3. So if I return to reading room 12 and add 5 at 17, what are you kidding me? She's still going to... Wait, no, that doesn't make any sense. That's not the reading room. Pull a scrap paper out of your pocket, look at it based on the note. So you have to go down to 6 and look at the note with the Necronomicon. So while doing this, you realize the symbol is if you want to use this version of the ritual, add 5 instead of subtracting 3. Go back to 6. Oh, I never thought to return to the girl to talk to her. Oof, that's tough. That's tough. It will be hard to get a good ending out of this. But it's to assume you made your intelligence check at 6 with a note. Use this version of the ritual, add 5 instead of subtracting 3. Go back to 6. But 6 is where I find the girl who's covered in blood, and she gives me the Necronomicon. Choices were made. That's tough. This is tough. This is hard to win. I like that, though. I should have gone back to the stacks. I didn't see any point, and I should have basically gone to every room to see if it took me to better locations to get a better ending to the game. So add 5. What if I went straight from 8 to 13? Nope. That doesn't get me anywhere. Doesn't make sense. 6 plus 5 is 11. Nope, that doesn't make any sense either. If I went back up to 12 and added 5, that puts me at 17. We figured out that doesn't do me any good. If you investigate the open space, go to 5. If you add 5 to that, that'd take you to 10. Wait, what? Okay, she was in on it, I guess. Oh no, I'm seeing different things. Yeah, I can't. This is tough. I can't figure out how you can actually win Why does she want a Why can I not remember the name of this creature? Um, Lovecraftian faceless tickle. There it is. Night Gaunts. It's Night Gaunts. Lovecraft introduced them in. One time I banged this desk and my computer just crashed. So if we're still streaming, that's a good sign it is. Lovecraft made them in Dreamcraft Quest of Unknown Kadath, which means you can use those. They're public domain. Yeah, it was hard to cram all the options just 50-minute entries. Yeah. Most of these I've played have been, even the one that was in Fantasy Gamer magazine was like 10 or 12 pages. It was long. So, I mean, it wasn't long in a bad way, but that's tough. It's tough to know when to use like the flashlight. So I guess my only criticism is it would be nice in each entry if it had notation instead of just one notation. It had notations for things that you could use, but that might give too much away actually. Um, and then there should be a note in the front that says that you can use more than one thing and to add both. I don't know anyone has made it through without help. Yeah. Oh, it's tough. It's very tough. But yeah, that's cool. I like the concept of using a device, adds a number to it, takes you to a different takes you to a different entry where you have different things. I mean, it made super sense with the flashlight right from the beginning. I would just add, well, once I did it right, once I didn't just add 7, once I went to the initial entry, that should have been noted too, I think. But once I went to the initial entry and then added the 7 to get more information, that was freaking cool. That is a really great concept. I would love to see that in more of these kind of things, where you can modify what you're doing in any particular entry with items that you're carrying. If you have a gun, go, add 12 or whatever, which actually allows you to act first in entries and possibly have an advantage. I love that. I think that's brilliant. Um, a note at the beginning noting that you can use more than one thing per entry, because that didn't even come into my head because I'm used to video games, point and click video games. Oh, let me try the key on the lock or whatever, not let me use the flashlight first then try the key. So that's on me for being like, for putting blinders on and being like narrow-minded in my approach to this. But no, I really like that. I'm really pleasantly surprised that in 6 pages a lot of stuff happened, and I didn't even touch upon it. There are 50 entries, and I touched maybe 30. I went back and forth a lot, and I wrote them all down here, so I'll be able to write a little role-playing journal for this later. Um, Madness. I don't know if I'll include my alternate, or it might be thoughts that go through my head, and then I realize I'm in an institution or whatever later. Bayt al Azif says yes, combining items is a secret reveal, but not realizing that makes it impossible. Right. Uh, then there should be a point in an entry where it suggests it, or that would be tough. That would be kind of tough to put in somewhere. But if there was at least one entry that said something like, if you want to try to use, you could, don't forget, you could use your flashlight and then this. If you do this, and then a new rule is popped in at a certain point. But like I said, I'm mystified how people can even make these things, because I think, become very frustrated very quickly. Bayt al Azif says, haha, read the final line of 38 again. Oh, did I screw that up? I might have. 38. You flash your light across the ancient books. Does anyone? You flash your light across the ancient books. Oh shoot! Yeah, I read over that really quickly. Does anyone besides a librarian have a key? Place still locked shut so that you can't quite. Oh yeah, I thought that was just flavor text. Go back to 31. So with the keys, did we say that made that 42? The protective case. Yeah. Small scrap of paper. So it is done, but it's super subtle. Clues within clues. You have the key, says Bayt al Azif. Right. And I just, right over my head. Does your flashlight have a battery? Yeah, it has a battery. I keep those things set up, man. My other thing is I like to know when a scenario takes place, even if it's just like it's November of 2028, blah blah blah, and that's just for me though. That's a thing of mine. But man, that is a tough one. Yeah, you're gonna have to play through this thing a lot in order to succeed somehow and stop a I've forgotten the name of it already. Um, Faceless Tickle, the Night Gaunt. In order to beat the Night Gaunt, or to send it back, I guess, to the Dreamlands. Um, my my biggest problem with any of these is that um, I want to cheat so bad. Um, oh, here's one ending where where you flee. I guess I could have used my keys in 7. No, but that just makes it 11. No, 7 plus 4 is not a. Yeah, it is 11. Okay. Try keys on all the doors to make sure things are locked tight. What's going on? Door to the reading room is unlocked. Librarian's supposed to lock up hours ago. So I could have used my keys in the uh, in there, and that gave me that. That's yeah. It looks like bases are covered. What if I shine my light around room 7, and that takes me to 14? You shine your light around, blah blah blah, and then we add the keys. 14 plus 4 is 18. Your fierce attack. Oh, nope, that's not it. That didn't happen. I do like the note at the beginning that says, if it doesn't make sense, go back. I think that simplifies a lot of things, especially with being able to use items to be like, I'm going to use my flashlight and then my keys in the entrance hall, and now I'm attacking something. All right, that doesn't make sense. Just leave. One ending, maybe the only victory hints at what time it is set. Well, which entry is that? Ha! You blame the students for having a key, which was also true. Yeah, because she's a villain. It looks like from some of these entries. What is the end one? What that says when it takes place? Arena, the end. What? Wait, what? Okay, I just read entry 15. What the hell? Yeah, some entry at the beginning, like using your keys, is a great idea. Yeah. Like every room, you should use your keys and that kind of thing. I didn't have it in my head to do that, and that's on me. Like I said, for putting blinders on. Um, now I'm looking through ends right now, and just trying to find out when the. Oh, that's interesting. Your cousin told you the church down in Innsmouth is looking for a handyman. All right, so that'd be before. So we're going to change the date on this to 1927. Uh, that's awesome. Yes, that is fantastic, Jared Smith. I love that. Um, uh, okay, yeah, it looks like you die in most of these the ends. Shine it in no face. It tickles you. But I jumped through, and half of me ended up in the Dreamlands, where I have grand adventures, and the other half uh, ended up in an asylum. So cool, yeah. For 50 entries and just 6 pages, that's clever. That's a clever way of making it go longer. But man, that's tough. That's tough to figure out where to go, what exactly to do. Um, and I wonder if many of them are, um, if there's many of them that if you use the flashlight and then something else, it's going to take you to a worse end. But I hate dying. But at least some of me lived on in the Dreamlands. If it expanded out, that would hopefully be clearer. But you did really great. Thank you. I mean, I ended up in an asylum, and once I got your help, we kind of figured out what to. Wait, did I end up in an asylum? Was 39 the jumping through the gate? Yeah, yeah, yeah. Because the room went crazy because I didn't use the flashlight before I used the Necronomicon or whatever, and then we went back and tried to figure out a way to have an alternate ending. Um, Good luck, says Roller 300. Hey, the Dreamlands are cool. I'm actually taking my Down Dark Trails people into the Dreamlands very soon. I have to write a whole campaign about that which I'm not looking forward to. Well, I kind of am. I know the basic premise. But anyway, everybody, so that 4:30, wow, was Bayt al that was Overdue. I had no idea what this was going to be about, and it was a lot crazier and violent and than I thought it was going to be. That is Bayt al Azif, issue number 1. I will try to remember when I put this up on YouTube to put a link in the description below. Uh, so Harold Bucket, poor Harold. Let's just write institutionalized, insane. And then we'll also write in Dreamlands, because half of his mind is there. So he did kind of live on, become a dreamer, or die in the Dreamlands, whatever. Um, yeah, and I'm glad that I actually rolled him up, so we have kind of a character. There's another future potential NPC. Dreamlands Hero, says Bayt al Aziz. Trooper says, I'll make sure to buy this and then stream it one of these days. This is tough, Trooper. I don't know how much of this you watched about you can use more than one item in a room, and the order you use them in can be very important. So that's something I didn't think of. Like I said, I had blinders on. I was not. I'm definitely not spoiled, says Trooper. Yeah, yeah. Some of the endings are great. That one ending, I think the one successful ending, that's awesome. That is an awesome ending. But he kind of survived. He survives in the Dreamlands. Is actually there's a character like that in one of the things I wrote in what's it called? Oh shoot, the one that takes place in Providence and has a whole Providence guidebook in it. It's based on a short story based on a Lovecraft letter called The Thing, Nightmare in the Moonlight, which is based on The Thing in the Moonlight, which is this like one-page story written by a guy for a Bizarre magazine in 1945, based on a letter Lovecraft wrote around Thanksgiving of 1928. No, I don't remember the year, but he wrote about this dream to his friend, and this guy was able to get a copy of the letter or read the letter, turned it almost verbatim into a story. It's really good. And the scenario I wrote for it also has this like short Providence gazetteer that's actually about 15, 20 pages, with all the information I could find on 20's Providence crammed into it. Overdue is in Bayt al Azif number 1. Check it out. They have 5 issues out. They're all very good. A lot of good stuff in them. Fun to read. Full. Like super full of stuff. They've got Double Dare in this one, where you play kids, go into this old school. There it is. This haunted school. They've got... Oh, the Haunted Clubhouse has an ad in here. I bought that too, years ago. I think that's still up on Drive-Thru RPG. That's an ad. They've got a Dark Ages game. 8th century Dark Ages, that a scenario that takes place in Damascus, a conspiracy in Damascus. They look at Arkham Unveiled, the original Arkham supplement, which is I think maybe my favorite Call of Cthulhu supplement. Sites of Antiquity, rebooting campaigns with a modern sensibility. Talking about Call of Cthulhu, or not Call of Cthulhu, Cthulhu being used in Dungeons and Dragons back in the day, and Advanced Dungeons and Dragons and that kind of thing. Escape from Innsmouth they look into, which is a fantastic scenario. Let's see. There's some interviews. Chris Spivey interview. Rogue Cthulhu interview. And then Easier to Fill the Ocean with Stones, a 1968 scenario. Looks like somebody's in a well. Look at that. Anyway, and each of theirs, Bridget Jeffries has written some stuff for them. Each one has some scenarios, interviews, just everything. It's well worth it. So that is it for Overdue. That was fun. I remember when I first got this, I was disappointed. I wasn't a fan of the solo scenarios, but I've come around and I really enjoyed that. So next week we will be doing Alone Against the Frost. This is the update to 7th edition of Alone Against the Wendigo. So we'll be heading up to Canada, and I think the 1920s. This one was published in 2019, and last time I played it, it lasted us one session, one live stream, and I played two characters. I played a guy, and then his sister went up looking for him because I right at the beginning it was just like the one of the first entries. It's like, oh, the monsters notice you, and you're gone. And it was like, okay, we're gonna roll up another character, and we're gonna run through this again. We're gonna avoid that entry, and we're just gonna see if we can make something of it. And that really worked, and it was a lot of fun. Um, so that's next week, and I'm guessing it's probably not going to take us too long to play that one. After that, it's going to be the week after that, which will be mid-November, Alone Against the Tide, which I have no idea. I'm guessing it's an Innsmouth one, but otherwise I have no idea anything about that. And finally, the Dog Walker, which will be the week or two after that, or however long it takes us to play Alone Against the Tide, which is with the HP Lovecraft Historical Society wallet. And I'll be pulling the wallet out, and while we examine the wallet, we're going to just kind of do like this. And then here's, oh shit, come on now, come on, little cheapy thing. Here's the wallet. We'll just put this down like that, something like that. We'll be like, here's the wallet, and we'll be looking through it and checking out all the wallet stuff and seeing what clues we can find. That one is a PDF that's set up so you just push the button of where you're going next, and it'll take you to the right page. So I'll still be writing everything down, but at the same time, it should be pretty simple. We'll see how long that takes. I don't think that's real long either. Whew. And that's it. That's it for this week. I want to appreciate Troopers. Thank you so much for stopping by. Thank you for the raid. That was amazing. And this was a lot of fun. Thank you to Bayt al Azif for coming by and giving me some hints on an alternate ending. That was great. Of course, it's Trooper. And we're going to wrap it up here. And hopefully I'll see you all back here next Saturday at 3 p.m. Oh, one other quick advertisement. I'm planning on streaming. I'm going to be running a Halloween game on Halloween at 7 p.m. I know people are busy, so probably there won't be many people to watch it. Bayt al Azif says thanks for playing. It was awesome. Thank you so much for some of the clues you gave me. But Halloween night we'll be playing Return of the Headless Horseman, which is from the shoot, I forget which monograph it's from. Halloween Horror Returns monograph, published back in the early 2000s in the monograph series, the original monograph series by Chaosium. It takes place in 1914 in Tarrytown, New York, and a group of just people who live in the town are going to try to solve the mystery of why people are being murdered by what appears to be a headless man, a headless horseman on a black stallion, who is riding around in a Hessian uniform and hacking the heads off of seemingly random people. 2 have died in the last 2 weeks, each on a Saturday night, and the police now need help to try to figure out what is going on, because they do not want these murders to continue. But continue they will, unless our investigators, our heroes, can figure out what is going on and stop the terrible murders that are taking place in Tarrytown, New York. Will they be up for the task? I don't know. I've got some interesting players. But hopefully they will. That'll be Tuesday night, Halloween at 7 p.m. We're going to play tentatively till 11 p.m. and try to finish it up. It's a one-shot. If not, I will find a time to continue it later. But hopefully they'll be able to figure out what's going on, why the Headless Horseman has returned for revenge, apparently, on random people, seemingly. So if you have an interest, check that out as well. And I appreciate everybody coming. And I will talk to y'all next time.